What can I tell you? Whoops. Actually, that worked out in our favor. Right. Oh, that's right. It's good luck, have fun, Reeves. On the dash, Reeves. Cool. Awesome. Thank you, David. Good stuff. And thank you, Evil Hide. Appreciate it. Nakarak. Yes, man. For sure, man. Let's take a look. We'll do a little trade for you if we can. A little bit. I'm not sure how much I'll be able to spend on it. We gotta get through this hair. But let's do one real quick, okay? Just choose one. And we'll try and give you some feedback. Choose one that you're working on right now or that you want to get back to. So that we do one that's actually going to help you out immediately. Sound good? Yeah. Let's save that for another agent there. Saying Martin comfort what? Alright, right now you're working on this hard surface character. You think about 3D printing it later. Okay, here's, you can see the 3D concept. Just Dynamesh sculpted with forms, no detailed yet. You are on the stage of creating the clean mesh right now, and we'll start detailing. Still, those renders show just concept sculpts. Here's the link, bigger resolution. Okay, let's take a look. Oh, no, getting a 404 error on your link, sir. I think it's because you have 2 dots at the end of the... Oh, you have your warning part of the link. I'll fix it for you. Oh, that's right, we're out of beer. Zoom in. Scale this up so we can see most of the character. Here, read your description again. Still just Dynamish with forms. No detail yet. Alright, so you just have a lot of cutting in and kind of placing where your detail is gonna go. Hey Franslin, welcome. These are turbines on her back, next to her like anime wings, right? That's what I'm looking at. Okay, so let's start with the sculpt. Sculpt-wise, the forms are looking really good. Because she's more cybernetic, and I know it's supposed to be more of a like a soft suit, I take it. So a lot of the sections are gonna need. If it's a soft suit, at least I see some of those parts being part of the, like a soft suit, like around the waist, maybe around the chest a little bit, part of her legs. You will have to add a little bit of some wrinkles, some big wrinkles and some small wrinkles to contrast that, and make it more apparent where those sections bend. So I suggest I mean, you're gonna get to that detail part, but I mean, some of those wrinkles need to be rather large as well at the same time. So you need to add those in. Same with gloves. You haven't touched the gloves, but I know you haven't. Alright, let's stay with the models, because there's three things that I want to go through. There's the model stuff, there's the design, and then there's the functionality, which I always think about for any character work that I do or look over. So okay, sculpt-wise, let's stick with the sculpt for a little bit. I want to talk about the other stuff, but I mean, your starting section for your sculpt is really solid. You are separating your little mechanical bits really well. They do look like they overlap. Some sections are missing that, but like you said, you just started on that stuff. So like for this, like the inside of your belly, you want to kind of emphasize that overlap. Push those sections in a little bit farther, so you create more of a shadow. So when you bake this onto your model, those things will actually appear in your texture, and you make your life a lot easier. So do that for all your sections that you really want to seem like they're overlapping another material. Otherwise, they start just looking like you dynameshed it from the same section. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's a good way to separate them and create a shadow at the same time for your bake. And then your model will look all that more realistic and more built on top of each other, rather than just being one mesh. Which is, I mean, it's not a bad thing to have only one mesh, but you have to fake it a little bit better in some of the sections. In some parts, I feel like I mean, for your model, the rest of your model looks pretty solid. You just need to work on separating those sections from one another. Like this big metal piece that you see up here. You guys can't see my mouse. That's fucking terrible. Can you see my Photoshop? My Photoshop might work. Hold on. Really? Grab a quick brush here. Grab white. Alright, at least you'll be able to see my brush here. Alright, let's... what the hell is... Oh, that's right, because I went over. Okay. Oh yeah, the sections I was talking about were in here. Harsher brush. Yeah, so this particular line that ends right there, just push that in deeper. Or if you don't want to push it, well, yeah, you should push it in deep. But I mean, if you want to keep this part flat right there, you know, keep it flat, but cut in another little hole that actually makes it look like that section is actually going in there. And do the same for all your ribs. And this part will actually look like it's, you know, encasing the rest of that a lot more realistically and make a way nicer shadow for you and all that stuff. And yeah, just push that across all the other sections too, like in here. This part is fine, because that actually starts merging with the leg, so that section is fine. But this one definitely looks like it overlaps. So you wanna emphasize this guy here. This guy, you kind of started doing it and then kind of stopped. Actually, the smoothing part looks kind of good because then this starts overlaying a little bit. Yeah, that works. Just in here, I guess, a little bit. Let's see. I guess is that flesh? Are you showing her cleavage? This part here. Okay, let's go into the sign. For the model part, I mean, you have a pretty good grasp on your modeling stuff. It's just kind of when you start relating with the design and some things that you're missing out that's gonna speed you your time up in texturing is what you're missing with those overlaying sections and the realisticness and the build of those armor pieces on top of other pieces. Let's jump onto this sign real quick. Right now, the biggest problem that I see on your model is that it's just I see like maybe 3 or 4 different designs kind of pulled together into one. So I see your anime influence, you know, from your long pieces for the wings, but I don't see that anywhere else on your model. I see I see, like, you know, the anime kind of ears that you added on her, but they don't really match to the design of your other anime things. So even that is a little bit askew to me as a design. Then you have your like cybernetic kind of ribbing, but you only see it in one section. You know, if you're gonna make this kind of stuff, you gotta think about echoing your designs. You don't want to have just one piece there and then have another unique piece somewhere else, because then, like I mentioned, you start seeing 3 or 4 different designs all kind of pulled together, and it doesn't make for a strong design. And I know it kind of sucks for me to tell you at this point, you know, when you have this much work done on your sculpt, but I'm just, you know, telling you how character design really it comes through more professionally. So if you're gonna make that kind of like ribbing cybernetic stuff, and this is your detailed section, and then you have your smooth sections where the eye rests, right? And then you want to add that detail section again. So I'm doing it with circles and X's. And then you have your smooth, and then maybe you add a little more of the detail, right? And then you have your smooth, and you have your detail, and you have your smooth, and you have your detail. So if you start oh, I made nipples. Oh well. If you start separating your areas in that manner, then you can actually, it's a lot easier to start putting in where you want those echoing detail design pieces to resonate. So that kind of ribbing you can start putting into perhaps even your knee section, or underneath this armor piece into the ankle section. You know, you can have that ribbing in there with this cool little like little spine that you added there to the middle section. You did kind of start doing it to the back, but it's a completely different design. You know, start rhyming your design together. You know, don't just, even though the shapes would be kind of similar, you have to rhyme it a lot better, man. It's gonna create a way more solid design. Even for our artists that don't see these things, they see it in their subconscious, man. It's gonna make a huge difference and a way stronger design. So yeah, this kind of stuff that you did here, like maybe you like the one on the back better. So bring those shapes and bring those guys out in the front. Make them smaller or thinner, or don't come out as much, or maybe they go inside instead. You know, you can flip them that way, but at least it's still the same design from the back. You know, like the same place built this suit for this chick. So that's the other piece that I see there for her. So that was 1, 2, 3. I don't know what the 4th one was. I think it was all these little round pieces and the really flat sections. So see, I see those every now and then. See this like straight lines. The problem with that is you have a lot of this square lines in some sections, but then some sections you have like this really round. Here, let me change to a different color. Oops. You know, you have like round and round, and you have this round pieces. but then you jump right back into this. Here's a different color for this stuff. You have then a lot of straight lines that contrast, you know, the two designs from one another. So I mean, it's not a bad thing to have, you know, like this circles are fine. The problem is the parts that they joined with start creating a different aesthetic. And I mean, you can do that a little bit, but you did it everywhere. You know, you have them just randomly all over the place. So if you're gonna do it, just be more careful about how much you do it and how often they change back and forth from one another. You know, maybe you can have one of those things be part of the shoulders, and it makes the shoulders unique in that sense. But if you do it everywhere, then it just becomes more of a messy design. Hopefully that makes sense to you. If you don't, just let me know and I'll try to explain it a little bit better, or try to explain it a different way where it makes more sense to you. So design-wise, I mean, those are the main things that I see for her right now. And yeah, I mean, just showing her skin, I'm guessing that's her skin there. Oops, I still have that selected. I don't know if that's gonna be cloth or just like her skin. If you're gonna show her skin just there, I would suggest you show her skin somewhere else as well. You know, not just in the one spot where you want to see her cleavage. Or if that's like her butt that's completely sticking out, I don't know. I'm never a fan of that stuff. You know, make it work. Which leads me to my next point about your work here. Functionality. That is not functional for armor or for a pilot or whatever. You know what I mean? I mean, if you're gonna do it, then do it everywhere and go over the top and make it really cartoony design, or I mean, not in the sense of making the sculpt design, but the design of it. You know, make it more. It's more of a silly design at that point, right? More animated or whatever it is, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, that just seems over the top for no reason. Other functional things that I see for her not working great as her turbines. It seems like she would, I mean, she's flying by herself, you know, like this is her vehicle. There need to be a lot more moving parts for that to actually work. Otherwise, this would just, I'm guessing this thing moves up and down, and that kind of like changes the direction of the proportion of that jet stream. But besides that, it doesn't seem like she would have much control over this thing. I mean, these things don't even like maybe you have like a swivel around here. But that's about it. You know, you need to look at more references for some mechanical stuff and make it look more functional. You know, like this thing needs to have a system that will help it rotate around a ball joint that connects to some other animated pieces and that connect to the back, and you know, like you just look at a lot more reference for a lot of mechanical things that people have worked on like awesome forums like CG Talk or whatever, and you'll see what I mean, man. And I mean, you can hide all that stuff with armor and have some of it sticking out, but I mean, it needs to look more functional. Right now, it just looks like their pieces just overlapping each other without actually really having that sense of motion. I mean, if it does become that, if it does come into the game, and a rigger has to actually make this move correctly, and then an animator has to make it look cool animating, this would be a really tough thing to do for them if they actually have this thing, you know, rotating and moving and working. So just think of all those things that I mentioned, and go back to the broadcast archive if you want to go over all the crap that I just said, and hopefully it helps you out, man. But your model, you know, your modeling skills are definitely really, really good, and yeah, just keep going, dude. Keep at it. I mean, design is the hardest thing you're ever gonna do, so that's why I harped on it the most, because that's where I see most of the problems. The rest of this stuff is looking pretty cool. Cool. I keep reaching for the beer, but it's out. I knew somebody was gonna mention the circles I did on the moves. They're just soft suit parts? Okay, I'm just scrolling up to see if you had any questions, man. Okay, cool. Yeah, so those sections, if they're just part of a soft suit, then start adding some of those big wrinkles and then small wrinkles where it attaches to some of the sections where there's more movement. And then you'll be cool. Alright, Nakra. Awesome, dude. Hopefully it helps you out. Do what you gotta do, man. I mean, if you don't want to redesign the whole thing, you can just, you know, take it as a practice sculpt and then finish it off or whatever. But if you do want to finish this as a complete thing, then yeah, I mean, if you want to make it part of your design portfolio, if you were designing characters at the same time, then yeah, I suggest you fix those things up. Let's get back to work here. It's weird after seeing your model going back to doing like more simplistic kind of illustrative sculpts. I'm used to making the stuff that you were working on there, more detailed, hyper-realistic kind of sculpting. But past couple of years I've been learning to do this more painterly sculpts for Dota 2. It's so different, man. It takes a while to get used to it. That's for sure. The rest of my career I never did stuff like this. So it was a little bit of an adjustment to try and get that style nailed down. And I'm still learning, you know. But it did take a while to get to this point. And we'll separate these guys a lot better after we finish smoothing it all. I want to finish smoothing it all before we try to detail one particular section. We just did the one section so we can show more of how it was going to look at the end. Some people were confused, looking at too much detail before we polished it. What I feel this is gonna be a troll. Holy shit! Alright, no, that's dude. That's, I mean, I have no words. That's Ant-Man, right? For the new movie coming out? Yeah, see, like, this has all those things that the previous work didn't have, man. This has, like, that echoing, you know, like, the rhyming of the shapes and the design. It's, you know, all the things fit together into the same awesome style. Yeah, there's nothing I can say about that, man. Perfect. David, nah, man, what'd you say? You're always, dude, there's a lot of things that I'm trying to catch up on here. Let's see, what were you saying? Oh wow, you're way up here. So I was in the middle of like a huge speech there, man. Damn it. When do you get some new mods? Just wondering. And also know if you said you're gifting me the TA set. Think when Quap Paint comes out, I'll be cool instead. Yeah, sure, David. We can do that for sure, man. We'll hook you up with the Quap. That design was fucking amazing. That's why I took it off the screen, man. I don't want it's overshadowing all the stuff we're doing. Well, that was Ant-Man, wasn't it? The new, like, I mean, that's why else would you be making that awesome Ant-Man there? The new movie coming out. That's when he took off his helmet. Fancy beer? Oh man, this is Hogarden? Really woody beer, really good. Let's work on this part. It's been ignored for too long. Like David. This section of the hair is called David. It's the ignored section of the set. Of the hair. Well, this is the Davian braid. New hairstyle. I see a whole bunch of red out of the corner of my eye after I said that. Why do you know it's David? By the way, Manny, my girlfriend might be watching this stream. What do you mean might, man? Is she watching it or isn't she? She ain't getting no shout out unless she's actually watching, man. I have the suspicion you're fishing for that. Slight suspicion. I know your tricks. Avian braid. We're isolating these two guys into another strand. Nice, yes. Nice, you start seeing some of those strands. We'll probably have to join some of these together, like maybe up here. And that's also something we can do in Photoshop. So that it's kind of smooth color gradient into detail. And I mean, we haven't really finished sculpting this yet. Like for example, we can still do some strands. That overlay over here somewhere. Maybe they end right there. And then we'll finesse it and all that. Start looking, you start seeing some of the definition that we're going for. Starting to look pretty okay. Hey, what's up, Beezy? A lot easier to say your name that way. Good morning. Good to see that all the sets are up in the workshop. Yeah, man. Especially you like the outcome of the Queen of Pain and the Brew. Oh, thank you, man. Yeah, this is the Legion Commander. This girl. This section right here. Oh shit, wait, this one right here. This is what we're working on. She just made an account. Is it Katie or Caddy? 622. Why do you guys have like the hardest names to pronounce? Well, welcome, Caddy. I'm gonna say. Thank you for joining us. Maybe you can keep an eye on Davian for us. That'll be your new assigned gig. She's a cat person. Oh, so this Caddy. Okay. What powers does M-Man have? Yeah, he can shrink down and he's got superhuman power when he's small. Why not answer about mods? Yeah, we'll eventually get some more mods, man. I don't know when. Sooner than later. Nathix, what's up, man? Welcome. Thank you for the follow. Oh, it is Katie? Well, god damn it. Welcome, Katie. Crud. Bitten by an ant. Nah, man, that just makes you really itchy. I never understood that about superheroes. I mean, I know if the ant or like the spider or whatever has been pumped full of whatever crazy serums, why would him biting you give you its superpowers? The entire biological sense of said species or predator or just organism defending itself is to hurt you, not to pass on its fucking superpowers. That never fucking meshed for me for Spider-Man. That is so stupid. I love Spider-Man, but the way that he became Spider-Man is the dumbest thing ever. It's like, okay, we have a super shark, and he's gonna bite people and make them like super sharks. At least the vampires have like a better, you know, a little bit of a fallback to why they turn into vampires, right? There's like a little extra thing you gotta do, you know, keep them alive and all that shit. But yeah, I don't understand Spider-Man turning Spider-Man from the spider bite. It's stupid. And I guarantee you guys never thought about that. This is the shit that I can think about. Useless shit. Not the music. Oh, we don't have the replay on. Alright, I got it. Oh, no, come on. Alright. We need to make a super shark career now. That when it bites you, it turns into a super shark too. Oh yeah, we got votes for Super Shark? Oh my god. It's because I'm using logic and most Spider-Man stuff defies logic. Like him swinging from buildings that are not there. Yeah, there's like a huge list. But I mean, at least, you know, how they turn into a superhero. A little bit of sense. And most him than any other heroes, because he's all about science. He's a scientist, you know, the whole spider thing wasn't in a controlled environment, you know, it's all scientific stuff with Spider-Man. That should have made sense. I mean, I can forgive all the crazy other superheroes that turn into whatever they turn to. They're not from bites. But, you know, it's fine if all the other ones are more silly. But come on, Spider-Man, I think the science work a little bit. Just a little. All I'm asking for. Come on, Stanley. Shit. Oh, I started reading the... It says in this fucking book. Infinity Gauntlet. It's like hailed as the best comic book story like of all time. From Marvel anyways. So yeah, started reading this one. It's really cool so far. Starts following the Silver Surfer at first. And right now it's following Thanos, collecting all his gems. So yeah, it's a really good read if you want to know a lot more about where the movies are going. Even though they do change quite a few things in the movies. It's really neat to know the comic. But that's why I'm started reading it. The art, I have to say, it is kind of outdated for me. You know, like I really hate the old school comic art. And this one's, I mean, it's not super old like Fantastic Four or early Spider-Man kind of stuff. But I mean, it's I'm just used to like the newer stuff that just looks amazing in a lot of comic books these days. but it's still bearable. I mean, it's not horrible. It's just, it is outdated. You know, like Watchmen. Like Watchmen, the comic book, it's just, oh my god. I can't read it. It's just so outdated for me, the art. So I enjoy the movie. Also, I find the ending a lot better for in the movie than in the comic. Watchmen. Blaming, well, I don't want to spoil anything. Maybe you guys haven't seen it and you want to see it. I'll keep it to myself. Or maybe we can just shout out as spoiler, and you guys can mute the stream right now. So yeah, just mute the stream if you guys don't want to hear about it. But in the comic, I mean, if you saw the movie, you know, they blame Dr. Manhattan for the explosion, right? In the comic, they they teleport some crazy creature from like a different dimension, and it starts like killing everything in New York City. And that just, I mean, and the creature looks completely stupid as well. But I just liked how they blamed Manhattan instead and made him a lot more part of the ending and the story and the reason, and you know, blaming one of the heroes of the main story as to why he needs to disappear and all the things that happen afterwards. It works really, really well. And also works a lot better with Rorschach having to be killed. There, spoilers over. You guys can unmute now. I'm guaranteeing nobody muted. Like, fuck it, I want to hear the spoilers. Let's see if I work. Okay. This looks like Windrunner's hair. She doesn't have any leathery things holding her shit together. I know, dude, like, it's just the art, like, I'm so particular with art on comics that if the art is just completely just really super old or really bad, I can't read. Even the new comics, if they have terrible art, it's really hard for me to get into it. I have read a lot of the Watchmen stuff, you know, through different sources, and like the differences between that and the book and the movie. But I just haven't read from start to finish the entire comic, the old comic now. I'm like a cool, mature version of Byron Bernstein. Who's Byron Bernstein, man? I don't know what you're talking about, Mickey. Void. Cool name, by the way. I like it. Clever. Sharknado career? Oh my god, no. The land shark. Hey, Big Marmoset. We're making the hair sculpt in Zbrush for our Legion Commander set for Dota 2. Welcome aboard. Fuck you, I muted. Alright, Wilson, alright, man. Manny, your great feedback made a great discussion in our office on our concept artists about the difficulties of designing hard surface characters. We are a game dev studio. Seems like organics are easier than mechanical. Organics are easier than mechanical. I would agree with that a little bit, more on the concept side of things. Sculpting side of things, organics are a lot more difficult. More if there's more complex things around, of course, and if you're diving more into like musculature and all those things. I mean, sculpting muscles, the shapes for themselves are not hard, it's more making them feel realistic and getting to that realism that is really, really difficult. Most people will exaggerate those things and make them like, make them look like they're flexing at most points just so that they're visible. And you kind of have to do that because of the limitations of engines. But if you're just making a sculpt for the sake of the art, and you were trying to get that realism, you know, like like classical sculpture artists do, then you don't really, you know, you have to worry more about the skin and how to force over the muscles that are not flexed, that have a lot more weight to them, that are more sagging, compared to the ones that are flexing, and the tension and all the anatomy and, you know, all that crazy stuff, all the anatomy and the bones and where they connect and when the ligaments get thinner and where the skin gets pulled, like all those things you need to study and practice and practice and practice. And that is by far the hardest things you can do, is the organic stuff, realistic organic stuff. So I mean, there's different ways to look at it. I think your concept artist is looking at it as a concept, and concepting organic things is a lot easier because you don't have to worry about all those things all that much. And with inorganic things, mechanical things, they're a lot harder to draw because of all the angles and the depth, and, you know, getting all the perspective correct. A lot harder. I'm not making a super shark. Actually, we had an idea for a shark courier. It's not like a, well, it's kind of like a super shark, but not what you guys have in mind. Or Sharknado. So I don't know, maybe we'll do that later. Oh dear god, is there a Sharknado courier link? Ariel? Oh god, should I click this? Oh, no, that's just Ariel. With her crazy purple hair. Really cool. I think she just got her hair done, right? Got bitten by a baby and you have the superpowers of a baby. Hey man, you fit right in Marvel. Oh fuck! Alright. Hold on, I can't use the mouse and hold three things at the same time with my hand. The music back on. Alright, Katie! Cat lover Katie. Look at that, first time on the stream and she subs. That's like support for Davian and the stream at the same time, man. That's awesome. Thank you so much, girl. And welcome aboard. Ah. Jadwiga. Delicious mead. If anybody's curious what I'm drinking all the time. Very nice. Thank you so much, guys. I totally need to make a Queen of Pain emotes for our set. Yeah, I'll try and find some time for that, man. I'm spread pretty thin, though. Of course, man. She came in here because you told her to, right? So she's supporting you, and she's also supporting the stream, which is great. You guys rock. Thank you. I just love how Gandalf is dancing in that image, that video. Alright, where were we in this thing? Stream booth border. What? No, we're smoothing. Still smoothing. She has a lot of friggin' hair. But it's alright. We're just worried more about the big contrasting faces here. And then we'll detail the edges and we'll be good to go. We already did the hard part. It's finding where those guys live and where they overlap and all that. Right now it's just make them look nice before us making them live nice. Oh, I know, Necrack, you're absolutely right, man. If you know anatomy, you know that organic things work, but when you design mechanical characters, it's pretty hard to keep the functional part of logical and actually working. Oh, I see what you mean, Necrack. Maybe. I mean, I think it depends on the artist and how much experience they have doing either thing. And I feel like it's a lot easier to find reference for making something look functional with mechanical stuff. And I can give you a really good example. 95% of the robots in Transformers are just a bunch of jumbled mess. Not like just the main skeleton, you know, actually looks like it works. But if you saw the models, like I got to see, and like I got to visit my island friends and see the the actual meshes. Actually, for starters, most of the meshes are just, I mean, are not all there. When they transform, they spawn a whole bunch of them that are actually, or come out, that are just hitting as bulks inside of the models. And then they like rotate and flip and whatever, and then they get hidden again by the big parts. So I mean, all that stuff looks like it works, you know, to the viewer and, you know, for the sake of the story and all that. But it's just made to look functional, and that's a lot easier to do than doing that in organics. So that's what I meant, as well as drawing all that stuff. A lot more crazy detail if you do something complex with inorganics as drawing. You know, the perspective of things is gonna drive you crazy. You can get away with a lot more with like anatomy, even, you know, in terms of perception to some degree. I mean, both of them require a crap lot of hours to practice, anyways. But we're getting to the really detailed, I guess, discussion of either one as a 2D drawing. But I hear you, man. Hear where you guys are coming from. LiveWorkshop, what set are you creating? We're working on a Legion Commander set right now. I owe Katie a shot too? Ah, shit. Well, we took a swig of the meat, man. That kind of, that's okay, right? At least puts it on hold till we get shots. Yeah, anatomy is crazy. There's, like I said, so many things that interact with another and overlay each other's muscles. Like, most muscles go underneath other muscles and go actually pretty deep into a ligament that then attaches to part of the bone. I mean, it's crazy how far bone muscles go. You know, most people won't even realize that. It's crazy, crazy complex. Can we see the full set? Yeah, sure, man. Let me unhide. I don't have all the items in this Zbrush file, particularly because it slows down the whole system, so I kind of take some of them out. So this is missing all the weapons, of course, but this has the shoulder piece that also includes this bottom part that we haven't started yet, which I was hoping to get to tonight, but I don't know if we will, as it's 2 in the morning almost. We have the cape in here as well, which looks pretty dope, and we have her helmet, which I guess we need more of a cavity map on her to look kind of cool. There we go. And let me show you the in-game. Ignore the textures, they're placeholders. But here you can see a little bit more for what we're going for, with some colors just attached to the material. No textures really yet. We just kind of have started the cape and the shield. But they're super early. They have like, I think I spent like maybe 20 minutes on each. The shield and then like 20 minutes on the cape just to kind of test it out. But yeah, right now we're working on the back, this hairpiece. All that detail we're doing right now, it's gonna get put into this little thing here. But it's alright. We don't just do it for our set. We do it for our loading screen, and we do it for the stream and for the people that are trying to learn. Maybe that, you know, how to make some more, you know, take the detail a little bit farther, but still works with Dota 2. Hey, David. Oh, she's good, man. She has a convention this weekend in... oh god, where is it? You just said it earlier tonight. San Jose, I think? No, Sacramento. Wizard World. That's where she's going. She's gonna have her little booth, and she's selling custom-made heels with like custom fabric of like superheroes and comic books and like Star Wars and things. They look really cool. It's called Kal-El. K-A-L-E-L-L-E. All girly and stuff. It's really cool. Go check it out. She's on Facebook and everywhere, and Etsy and stuff. You just finished a pair of like Batman heels and Harlequin heels. Which other ones did she make? A whole bunch of cool ones. Oh, dude, it's crazy creepy. I mean, and you like, there's just some consciously working on top of that. You know, like your brain is making them all work, and you have no idea that your heart's, you know, actually moving by itself. I mean, a million things, like your arteries and your circulatory system is just like retarded complex. Forget everything else. It's. Oh yeah, dude, totally. There we go. Alright, let's get back to our hair. Where were we on this thing? Oh, we kind of started working on this deviant section. The ignored section. I'm gonna make this part thicker, so I'm gonna keep polishing it and pushing the edge to the sides. It's a really easy way of doing that with the polish brush. Alright, if you get to a really hard spot there, you need to smooth it out and use the trim smooth edge, and then this one will actually spread it out a lot harsher instead of choosing one of the two sides. You just have to be pretty careful with you have to be like pixel perfect when you're brushing it out. That will do. We want this guy getting too sharp either, so I just run a little bit of a smooth near the corner where he gets too sharp, and then a bigger brush to start making the curve actually feed into itself and be more straighter or smoother curve. Hair like this is just a lot of work, but it looks pretty good at the end. Even most people won't see all this stuff. Some people will and will appreciate the extra work we put into it. Nice and sharp. Also saves us time in having to do the sharpness in Photoshop. I should mod you and Tyrannosaur. I think complete chaos would arise from that decision. I have this light feeling. I don't know why. I'm not here. Alright. I'll take that one. There's not enough polygons here. Require more minerals. Alright. Looking nice, looking nice. This is gonna be so easy to texture, I mean. We're making our life a lot easier by doing all this in Zbrush. And then starting from our light maps and our ambient occlusion. Yeah. Whoa! David, are you using your loud voice because Katie's here? Come on, man. Thought we were bros. I'm just busting you, man. Alright. It's funny, but you don't realize it, but you actually, like, there's like a warm-up time when you start using Zbrush at the beginning of the day, and like maybe an hour or so in, like you're just flying through it. And you're like, man, why wasn't I working this fast like an hour ago? You just get you kind of remember, you know, how the brush interact with the particular number of polygons that you're pushing at the time and all this stuff. It's kind of crazy. See, like before I was being so careful at the beginning of this stream. If you guys were here at the beginning, or the people watching this broadcast in the future, you guys will see the amount of the change in brush stroke speed and volume changes that I can do now than when we started. I mean, I was also pretty rusty. I hadn't used Zbrush in a couple of weeks, but yeah, it's true. Let's see, which ones do we need to meld together? Some of these guys don't really work. They look kind of a little too fake. So let's see. And then we start putting these guys together down here, instead of keeping that tube-like section there. We can split it up this way too, and then we'll smooth it out. Welcome to LiveWorkshop, where all human decency is thrown out the door. Oh, no, 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 absolutely not, man. We're actually way more calm than any other stream you'll see out there. They allow all sorts of shenanigans and a lot of other Twitch channels, man. We really don't let those guys stay here too long. I mean, we're silly and all that, but we're not, you know, doesn't get, like, ignorant. Love you, man. Alright, dude. Yeah, I know, Crud. Hey, what's up, G4? AKA Gadget. Working on a Legion Commander right now, man. We're working on her braided hair. Not really braided. I want to say they're just like clumps being held together by some leather straps. Almost 5 AM? What? Oh, you're East Coast? Yeah. No other animal has such gigantic butt cheeks? Have you seen horses, sir? Gotcha, this is Legion Commander, man. 5th tattoo? Man, I thought you'd be like on your 12th by now, dude. We're away for a couple weeks. Hells yeah. Use the student email for any software you buy. Almost every software out there will have a student price. This part down here is never gonna be seen. We just want it to block. It's gonna be all black and shit. So we'll do a super quick pass. This stuff usually free for students. Well, if you're in school and using their computers, you can it's free, right? And you can download free versions, like student versions, for some programs. But some other ones, if you want to have them at home or whatever, and you actually want to publish work, then you need to buy the full version. But if you're a student and the said school didn't provide you with that program and you want to use the program, some of them do have a price on them, which is reduced quite a bit, but still, for a student, it's gonna be kind of rough either way. And some of them have limitations where you can actually produce, stuff for sale or commercial work, things like that. Oh, this underneath part looks actually pretty good on this section. You're never even gonna see it. Oh well. Just flatten it out. With our volumes that we built. Makes this part really, really easy for us now. But all worth it. Save that. It's a lot of H's. Leakan, what's up, man? Are there any exercises or general practice things that you can recommend doing to improve your newbie skills? Or is it just keep trying anything and everything until you get sick of it? No, not necessarily, man. I think the best thing you can do as a newbie to get better is sculpt things that you really like. And that actually pushes you to want to finish and improve it every time that you build something like that. And if you're really, really new, I suggest you actually try to create something that's one of the people you look up to or you aspire to be like, and copy exactly what they did. Try and recreate some of their works. Even if yours ends up looking like crap, at least along the way you're gonna learn some of the steps that that person took to actually create their work too. And the more you do that, the more building blocks you learn and you keep in your head, and then you can actually start building things by yourself and start adding your own style to those things. So that's usually the main advice that I've come up with for people that ask a question similar to that one, man. The best advice I can give them. I mean, if you're an artist, you're gonna know that it's gonna take you hours and years and decades to get super, super, super good. But you know, it will happen if you put in the time. Every piece that you finish, it's a good thing. This bottom part is really rough still. I don't think we're gonna get to the loincloth tonight. Shit. It's all good though. We'll try and finish the hair at least. Been a long time coming for this freaking hair. I need to let more of these little loose strands, but we'll do that at the end, I think. With all this stuff out. And we actually haven't even finished building some of these parts. Oh, I missed that. I looked too late. I don't know if you guys have like ever any artists in here. You're like, even not artists, if you're writing something down and somebody like calls you or you know whatever, like the alerts, and you're like, you know, like you're just finishing that last like word, writing it down, or that last brush stroke in Zbrush, you're just like, hold on, I'm almost done, and it's like so that's what's happening. Lucky GG, what's up, man? is he drawing? Nope. I'm sculpting. If you're asking about me. Sculpting some hair right now, some hair strands that are going to be attached to our Legion Commander set. You can check it out. Doing her hair all bundled up by little leather straps. That's what's going on. Oh, Kaludi, what's up, man? We started working on Source 2. You know what? Source 2 doesn't really change the way that we create things at the moment. The only thing that we see that will require some changes is the files for special effects at the moment. The actual creation of assets and everything is the same. No difference. Bottom shrine needs a lot of work. Same with this one, we haven't actually finished this one. So much hair. Damn. It's not easy to work and communicate with people. I know, dude. I don't think, yeah, that's, I mean, as I watch streams, you know, you don't realize the coordination that you need to be able to read a chat, think in your head, you know, the art direction and the brush strokes and the design of the things that you're doing, and like, you know, and then answer questions or communicate on the things that you're doing at the same time. It's really, really tricky, but I think I've gotten a little bit better at it since we started streaming here at the LiveWorkshop. I want to say definitely a lot better, but yeah, I mean, it's something that you just have to practice and practice and practice and try and keep up with the chat. I mean, I try to keep up with the chat as much as possible so that I can answer you guys' questions and keep that interaction level as high as possible, because I mean, that's why you guys are here, right? To learn, to be entertained, or to interact with us. So that's something super important, and I take it very, very seriously. Yeah. And there's like a time limit, you know, you can't, I mean, sometimes you'll miss some things on the chat, there's no question about it. I do it all the time, but try to minimize it. Especially when the chat gets a lot more, like the room gets more filled up. I mean, you're just gonna, there's no way to keep up, there just isn't. You know, even if you type it, you know, type in Manny or Sith or LiveWorkshop and, you know, I see it as red on my screen. I mean, even then, I'll still miss some stuff. But that's only when we have like a really, really busy room. Right now, it's not so bad. Source 2? Oh, Source 2 is in a beta right now, man. It's gonna... I think there's like a huge update coming in right now. Abyss was saying there's like a 5 gig update kicking in. So I mean, they gotta do it in sections, and they'll keep, you know, fixing it and making it super, super cool. I'm sure it's gonna be awesome, dude. Just give it some time. I think, what is it, ranked games are not in yet? Is that right? I haven't even tried it, I haven't had time. I'm gonna try it later tonight a little bit, maybe. Oh, the O has to be capital too, Kaludi. Man, you have a look at the photo of me and Katie. Oh, is there a link? I didn't see a link. Oh wait, there it is, in red. Just like I was saying before. You son of a bitch. You just got yourself out of me clicking your links for a while, man. trust is the easiest thing to lose. Right, crazy. No proof. Crazy boy. Oh, your mouth is wet. Were you drinking water? Oh, that's water. This under section really quick. Gonna be all dark, and actually I think part of it is not even there. Or is it? No, I think I did close it all the way. I don't know. It's not essential. Either way. Oh my god! Dark matter gun. Oh shit, that'd be fucking dope. Like a dark matter gun. Yeah, boy. Be like one of those grenades that you see in Thor: Dark World. You know, it's just like. Or what other movie had it? I want to say District 9, maybe. Maybe not. No, that did the bullets things. Never mind. Anyways, Dark Matter, welcome, man. Thank you so much. We're gonna take a swig of this awesome mead for you. Oh no! I pushed the cork too far. Alright, I got it. Cheers, man. Appreciate it. Ooh. Delicious. Delicious welcome for you, sir. Glad to have you. Clickbaiting. There was a dark matter bomb in Angels vs. Demons, you think? Well, no, there was one in Thor: The Dark World. I mean, I'm sure they weren't like dark matter bombs, but they did this. They, you know, they created like a little black hole kind of thing. There's got to be another movie. What movie did that? I've seen it before somewhere too. Think about it. Hey, Little Wilson. Alright, let's continue down the tendrils here for hair. Some of these are really rough still. Very rough, holy crap. Looks like there's less polygons down here, so I'm gonna kind of merge these guys together and split them up in Photoshop when we do the texture maybe, I don't know. We'll see what's necessary at that point, after we bake them out. But I'm definitely not gonna subdivide this again. It's the unnecessary polygons and stress on the system. And we don't need it! I mean, we're... Oh crap! Oh no, that's just because moving the thing. Okay, we are broadcasting at like 25, 30 frames right now, and that's because we're starting to push Zbrush with all the other subtools on the system. And what else we have open? Softimage, and minimize that for now. On this stream, and sending HD video. It all takes its toll in the system. Here. Bit of extra detail we'll add at the very end. Some of these parts. Even after we smooth them out, we'll add a little bit more organicness to them. Not so plasticky. I see a little bit like that starts looking pretty good once we bake it out. But like I said, man, it's all steps. All steps in Zbrush. You haven't seen Lord of the Rings? What? Bashful, man, come on. Seriously? I don't know, man. I don't know these kids. These kids today. You're 19? Oh, dude, you need to watch Lord of the Rings. There's no excuse. There just isn't. It's, those movies are some of the very few movies that can take you to a completely different world and you get to live in it for 6 movies, and it's fucking amazing. You need to watch those movies. A whole different place, man. It's amazing. Love it. Oh, speaking of crazy movies and well, awesome movies, I watched Primer last night, and I know the people that have seen watched Primer. The second I said I've seen Primer, you were just like, "Oh, fuck that movie, man! Fuck it!" That movie like melted my brain. And yeah, watching it the first time, I was like, "Huh?" Almost through the whole thing. I mean, you try to keep up because the way that they explain things through the movie, I mean, it's a time-traveling movie, alright? I'm not gonna say much about the movie because you need to go see it or watch it on Netflix or wherever you can find it. But it's a time-traveling movie. There's parallel timelines going on and interacting with one another. And there's absolutely no way in hell that you can keep up with all the shit that is happening through that movie. I mean, there isn't. I don't care, even if people explain it to you, and you start watching the movie. I mean, first of all, people can't even explain it to you because you're not going to be able to make sense of it unless you have a fucking diagram with all the different things that are going on and the characters and all the things that happen, because even some of the stuff in the movie is meant for you not to know how the hell that happened. But watching the movie for the first or second times, you still are like, wait, why did that happen? And sometimes it's just, there's no explanation to it. But yeah, do yourselves a favor and watch Primer twice. And then go read the different explanations online, and then watch it another time. And then you'll be like, oh my fucking god, this puzzle movie is fucking amazing. It's super clever, sci-fi time-traveling movie. Really recommend it. Check it out. You will not be sorry. And sadly, it's one of those movies that is not, you know, it's one of the type of movies that doesn't get made often at all. You know, because any studio movie is not going to make a movie that complex, or make puzzle movies for that matter, because the vast amount of people that go to see movies don't like thinking when they go see a movie. And I really, really do. So I love this movie. So if you're one of those people that enjoy puzzle movies and thinking really hard and what's going on and all that, this is the movie for you. Oh my god, is it ever? Like, Memento is not even close to this movie. Like, forget Memento. Another movie that I really enjoyed that has a similar flavor, not quite as complex by any means, but it was really, really interesting to watch as well, was called Coherence. If you haven't seen Coherence, it's really cool. How do I describe Coherence without giving much away? I can't even give you like a synopsis of it because, yeah, just go watch it. I mean, yeah. I don't want to give it away. There's just no way to explain it without giving away the really cool twist that happens like in the second or first quarter of the movie. And I don't want to spoil that for you guys. I mean, it's a little indie, you know, low budget film, but it's so clever that you don't need effects for this movie. It's brilliant. Lord of the Rings is glorious. Absolutely Xenophobia. One of my favorite movies. Ariel, let's not talk about it. You're not watching Star Wars, okay? It's yeah, no, let's not go there. That's very sad and no, it's wrong. It's wrong, is what it is. Well, I mean, Bashful, there's some, like, I mean, these movies that I described, Primer and Coherence, they're science fiction movies. I mean, it doesn't mean that they're like crazy special effects or action movies. They're thrillers. They're like drama thrillers, but it's sci-fi because, you know, it's supernatural things that are happening or unexplained things, you know, that we haven't discovered yet through science or whatever. So I mean, they're not. You know, there's like people think sci-fi movies are just. Some people think sci-fi movies are just, you know, special effects and Star Trek, you know, those kind of like over-the-top kind of fantasy things. But these two movies that I mentioned are like science, you know, like literally science movies that could be plausible, you know, with if you read any science at all or you're into science a little bit, you know, it'll make sense and you can be, you know, it's plausible that these things could happen. And it makes them really interesting, and at the same time it's like a little puzzle that you're trying to follow along and kind of figure out at the same time. It's really cool. I suggest you guys check them out. Oh, what's really neat too, from Primer, the writer, producer, director is one of the main stars in the movie, and he's actually really good. So props to that guy, man. Holy shit. He killed it. Half of you, they're gonna go see Primer on your Netflix or whatever, and then come back and be like, I hate you, Manny. I fucking hate you. Now I have to spend so much time trying to figure out what the hell happened in this movie and then watch it another couple of times. I watched it twice last night. It consumed me. I had to figure it out. Watch it again. This is for Legion Commander, Mickey. I recently watched Her. It's a really good sci-fi movie. Dark Matter Gun says. Yeah. It is kind of like a sci-fi movie, but again, it's more of a drama, right? And it deals more about like human personalities and like human growth more than anything. But it's still a sci-fi movie, so that's a great point right there, man. And yeah, it was actually really interesting. I think the trailers didn't do a good job of showcasing what that movie was about. But I think it's because the studios wanted to, you know, push the movie to a wider audience. Kinda sad. Oh yeah. Second time for the Rainbow Road. Hello from Alaska. Holy crap, what's up, man? What time is it in Alaska? Bashful Fruit, are they based on real theories? Well, they're based on real events, I want to say. and then they go into the unknown science a little bit and a little bit into the supernatural, but it's plausible, you know, which makes them kind of, you know, it gives them that little bit of difference to, like, you know, just crazy sci-fi movies. And it's people, you know, it's not like superheroes and shit like that. These two movies, right? Like Primer is about this four like engineers, a couple engineers and a couple scientists, and they're just trying to make ends meet, and then on their spare time they're trying to build this thing that they're trying to make matter or some objects be lighter, so they're trying to contrast or fight against gravity a little bit with this machine that they make. But this is the beginning of Primer, so I'm not spoiling anything. But they end up making something else, and that's where the whole time travel thing kicks in, and it just goes crazy from there on out. So that's what I mean. It's not, you know, it's science fiction, but it's like realistic. You know, these are people. You know, superheroes and all that stuff. Same with Coherence. Gato Pelua, what's up, man? Did we finish the co-op set? Yes, absolutely, dude. Check this out. Oh shit! Oh, Lil Wilson helped me out there with the link. It's been up on the workshop, man, for like 2 weeks, I think. Hello from living room. Okay. Hell from living room. What the hell? Chadwick. Alright, man. Have a good night. Peace out. We're gonna keep working on this hair, dude. I want to finish it. I don't know how far we'll get. Oh, the hair and feathers and fur always take longer than I think it's gonna take. Especially if I'm streaming. No offense, guys. It's all good. That's why we're here. What set is this? This, right now we're working on a Legion Commander. We're working on the back of the hair, you see right here. And then we're at the front with her crazy battle damage helmet. And some of the things that are missing are the loincloth, her weapon, and her shield. But they look something like this. Placeholder textures. FYI. Oh. Oh my god. Whoops. some quick little leather wrappings at the bottom here of each braid. And when we go to make the low poly stuff, or texture the low poly stuff, we'll add some extra polygons as quads to make some of the hair kind of stick out of the bottom here. So it doesn't just stand on this little cylinder of leather wrappings. It'll look a lot cooler. Promise. I think I also want to make them thicker. Oops. Pulled too much away. There's also some better shadows. More beer. What up, sexy? Looks like Spartan armor. Yep, it's influenced by the Spartan designs for sure. Manny, I should make a Pug themed techie set for Action Slacks. I don't think that's gonna happen, man. Sorry. Where the hell does this go? All the way in, okay. Yeah, I guess Gato. I mean, last time we were finishing 4 sets for the May 26th deadline. We did the Ember, the Lone Druid, the Lone Druid, even though we just did something for that. Ember Spirit, Skywrath, Pop, and Brewmaster. No, David, I can't, man. I'm sorry. Because of his new affiliations, I cannot. And I will not. Alright, well, we're getting closer to the ends of this freaking hair. Oh my god. Getting there slowly. Well, a little bit faster now, I guess, but still. Going by a little quicker. smooth, smooth. Got some strands to this part somewhere. A little bit on the plain side. I'm gonna worry that part right now. I'm gonna smooth them all out. That's looking pretty good. We need to do our ink pass. All the edge work, but all the strands are starting to show up pretty good. My crazy proof. Wow. Oh yeah, I got them. Dude, we crunch like crazy. Davian, it's not just that, man. It's a lot of artists getting taken advantage of, man, and I'll never agree with that. So no, I can't support that entire organization at all. Sorry. Master Doom, what's up, man? Yeah, man, this is the Legion Commander. We're doing the Zbrush pass on the head item right now. So your pink guy face sculpt looks funny. What? Did I hear about Gamergate? What about Steve? What are you talking about? What's up, Tactical? Yeah, Gamergate is fun at times. I'm not familiar, man. Help me out. What are you talking about? Oh my god, the save killed our brush strokes. Oh, this track is so good. I would definitely make a storm set or any set for Reeves, man, for sure. I'd love to. I think we were talking about it actually not long ago, working together on a set for him. That I'll do any day for him, man. Super cool guy, Reeves. Manny, the Legion Commander's lore talks about how she doesn't need a shield, only her sword. Maybe this was like the super awesome Aegis shield? that she uses from her fallen comrades or something. We haven't written her lore or really figured that stuff out, man. Or maybe it's an early version of her, before she lost her entire squadron, and she's fighting with her Spartan-ish soldiers, maybe? I don't know. We can come up with something really cool, man. Not too worried about that. Are people still mad about the Skymrid mod things? Oh my god, that came out of nowhere, man. I thought that was gonna be a really nice thing for the Skyrim community. And then everybody, like, oh, I guess that community was like super angry about it. And I don't understand. I mean, it was gonna be a really good thing for them. And I feel like they actually shot themselves in the foot. Because now they're not gonna have like a lot of like really like high quality artists that would do work for them, you know, if you're able to, you know, make it part of your career or make money from it. You know, they just lost out on a lot of artists that would have joined that community. That's how I feel anyways. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but I think it was going to be a really good thing. You shall live through your shield. Okay, Bash. See, that works already. Yeah, I mean, I talked to Slacks even before, you know, he joined those guys. And he was, I mean, I talked to him at TI 3 and 4, and, you know, he was super awesome, really, really nice guy. So, I mean, I have nothing against the guy, personally. He's super cool. I mean, I have him on my Steam. I'm on a friends list. And we played a game of Dota together before, too. And he was just screaming the whole time. He was streaming, so he was screaming, so. There's stronger forces at play here, Davian. I'm not gonna agree with what happens there. So it's more of a moral thing than anything, and I'll never ever not stand against those things I believe really, really hard on. So sorry, man. That's all I'll say about it. I don't like really talking about it on stream, to be honest. If he's curious about it, I'll tell him, you know, he can just message me and we can talk about that. No worries. Oh my god, all this hair! Real Barbol, what's up, man? How's your night? Oh, we're getting there. Hey, whatever. You're back. Oh, thank you, dude. Yeah, check it out. Here, I'll unhide everything so you can see the Zbrush sculpts that we've finished so far for our Legion Commander. I have the cape, the helmet, that we're working on the hair braids right now. We have the shoulder piece done, just one of them because it gets mirrored, so there's no point in doing both. We have the gauntlet, we have her Aegis shield that is not in this particular file at the moment. And we still need to do her belt things and her weapon, her lance. So still more Zbrush to come for her, for this Legion Commander for you guys. We'll be casting or streaming the rest of those Zbrush things as well. The coming days, weeks, well, we'll be done. Probably, what's today, Thursday? We're done this week. I mean, in a week's time, I'm sure. Between other things we gotta do. Oh, hello, Bunya. Welcome back. I'm alright. Not too tired. We still have some fight left in us to push through and hopefully finish this hair. Or almost finish. Oh, did we fuck up this? Okay, no. I thought we lost our sensitivity on our brush strokes. Happens when we save or when you minimize Zbrush. Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. We still have to do this front strand. The other front strand is... this one actually looks pretty good. You just need some loose strands here and there and merge some of these guys together. Most of the polish work is looking pretty okay. And that's what we're trying to get done first. So, looking good. Looking good. Gemro, new to the LiveWorkshop. Awesome, good to have you, man. Glad you're enjoying it so far. Okay, proof. More muds. Oh man. What does source 2 mean for artists now? You know what? There's nothing really changes for us. We still submit, you know, the same way. I mean, if you get super really technical about some of the extra things like special effects, then those actually are submitted in a different format if you get really technical about how you attach them to models and all these things. Not just like the ones that are already set up for submitting, like, I can't think of one right now. What's a thing you can submit now? Special effect? I don't even know. But yeah, they have a different file format. So if you had special effects, that you need to transfer them over to the new things. Besides that, I mean, nothing really drastic. It's all good, man. I think it's a great mod. She just does sleep 90% of the time. Yeah. You're actually playing Legion Commander like crazy? Oh man. Yeah, hopefully we can finish this one up after TI. Oh yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. Sorry, before I agree. Yeah, more split up, right, Abyss? Like the special effects. Abyss knows all the ins and outs and all the technical stuff, man. It's crazy. Like the effects formats, yeah. Alright, I think Proof needs to go. You need to go outside, buddy? Go outside? Yeah? You guys see him jump this side? Alright, buddy, let's go outside. Alright, we'll take a short break, guys. When we come back, we'll continue doing the hair. I mean, oh man, how far are we? I don't even know. We'll try and finish. And I'll get myself another drink. I don't know what. possibly chocolate milk. We'll be right back.